Mo Salah scored his 6th Premier League goal in 7 matches after an amazing solo effort. We saw a furious Pep Guardiola on the touchline after James Milner arguably, did I say arguably? I'll replace that with definitely should have been shown a second yellow card for a challenge on Bernardo Silva. The Manchester City boss slammed match officials after full time on Sky Sports.
It's yellow card, so too much clear. So, but it's Anfield, it's Old Trafford. So in this situation, City now player is sent off, 100%. So understand, but even with that, we want to have this situation, 1-2, how become 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2. It's too much clear, so there are interpretations sometimes, but it was second yellow card.
OK, there we go. Joining us now to look back at Man City's clash with Liverpool yesterday, former City defender Danny Mills is on the line. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, Danny.
What a game. I mean, some of the ability on show. You know, sometimes we get these big games and they don't live up to what we expect, do they? They, a little bit of a boring 0-0 or something. But some of the ability, the skills, the quality was just outstanding.
Yeah.
Apart from the refereeing.
Well, I was going to ask you about the refereeing. So you might have a bit of a problem, I imagine, with James Milner's incident.
I love James Milner. I think he's incredible. He's one of the best sort of professionals, and he very rarely lets anybody down. But he should have had at least 3 yellow cards in that game. Let's be honest. It was definitely, whether it was, I don't know, it was inside or outside the box. But that first one was clearly a foul. That should have been a booking at least. Then he got booked, and then the third one again was another booking. Yeah, how he didn't get at least 2 yellow cards, I do not know. I think he'll be waking up this morning thinking, you know what, I got away with 2, not just 1.
Pep thinks that it's the influence of the crowd at Anfield. Do you agree with him?
I think it can be. I'm sure Ali's played in lots of big games where the referee doesn't want to send players off. Sometimes referees will always say they're never influenced by previous games or by atmospheres or anything else that's gone on the game. That's absolute nonsense. How many times have we seen referees even the game up when they've sent somebody off and someone then gets sent off for a soft one or something like that, or if they've made a mistake, they then sort of follow that with another mistake trying to even it up. And I think they do. It's hard not to when you've got, 60,000 people, sort of screaming at you. It's hard not to be influenced by them at times, but I have to say, I just think that was poor refereeing.
Danny, what about the level of finishing? I mean, the quality of the game, particularly second half, mate. I thought the pace of the game, the quality on show was absolutely outstanding. Foden's did a great finish. Sadio Mane's did a great finish. But Salah's goal, mate, is one of these goals we'll watch for years to come. It was just absolutely magical, wasn't it?
Oh, it was incredible. We talk about Ronaldo and Messi. I've said Messi's does things that a lot of players can't do. Mo Salah's not too far away from that. The way that he cuts inside and then sort of drops his shoulder to go one way, then comes back on the other. And the ball's bouncing as well at that stage. The ball's sort of bobbling around, and he's still managing to do it. It was a little bit like the run in the first half with Bernardo Silva. Where, again, you're thinking, if that's Messi, we're all going, oh my goodness, this is absolutely incredible. But you're right, it was McCoist-esque, some of that finishing. It was incredible.
Listen, I know my place in the grand scheme of things, by the way. But we're talking about earlier, Danny.
Laura, you're not old enough to remember. That's the difference, you see.
What McCoist being good?
Yeah.
I do. I am old enough to remember that.
You're
Danny,
not.
I got the end of his career.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're talking, Danny, as well about Foden's finish. I mean, Foden's finish is exquisite. He's touched to open up with the left foot. There's only one place he can put it, but he has to be incredibly accurate. And you see him there's a brilliant angle. I think one of the boys were talking about before the game there. I think Dom was on. We're talking about it. There's an angle, I think, from behind the goal where you can actually just see him have a little look, and he drives it right across. It was a superb finish as well. And he was outstanding at the bargain.
Oh, he was. It's not just a lash, is it? Like you said, he looks up and he's picking out that corner. And I think there's so many exciting young players coming through. I think Greenwood's very similar, Mason Greenwood, the way he finishes. He's looking to pick out corners. And I just wonder, especially with Foden, he's probably seen David Silva, the way that he plays, the way that he strokes the ball into the net. But he's also seen Aguero, the way that Aguero used to pick out a corner, and would be looking to put it literally 2 inches inside the post, so the goalkeeper had no chance. And I'm sure, learning from the very, very best has helped Phil Foden along the way. But you're right, it was simply sublime finish.
Can I ask you about the number 9 situation? I know it always comes up when we talk about City, but Gabriel Jesus, perhaps the one that you'd recognise more in that position, was on the right. Foden, of course, on the left. 2 questions really is. Did Grealish get back in on the left there after how Foden played? And would you have had Jesus playing down the middle? What would you have?
I think they need a consistent either number 9 or false number 9. Someone that's going to play that position regularly, that the players can get used to and bounce off. Grealish getting back in on that left-hand side. After yesterday's performance by Phil Foden, you'd say no. But we know that Pep likes to mix it up and change things around. Could Grealish go and play down the right-hand side? There's a possibility. Have a left footer on the left and a right footer on the right. That'd be quite unusual in this day and age. That doesn't often happen, does it? So again, that would be a fantastic combination. But I think they just need a consistent man in that middle position, just to give them a bit of consistency and a bit of balance regularly. And I don't think they don't necessarily need an out-and-out striker. They don't necessarily need that out-and-out number 9. But they need someone that's going to play there pretty much week in, week out, just to give them something that all the players know that player's always going to be there available. They can bounce the ball into him, he can turn it round the corner. When you keep chopping and changing it, it makes it hard for other players to make runs off, etc.
Yeah. Okay, Danny, we'll let you go and chill out a little bit, get back in that ice bath, lick your wounds from yesterday. Congratulations again for running the marathon.
Cheers, thank you very much, guys.
Excellent. We'll speak to you again very soon. Danny Mills there.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.